Hello everybody and welcome back to Kenja's Gaming. Kenja's here bringing you some more Space Engineers and the Hoodwinked scenario. Alright guys, where we left off last time was we had just finished creating the medbay area that or started the process of the medbay area. And as you see, it's now finished. I've now got the medbay in place and it is completely usable with some grab equipment. We've got an irrigation system there. We've got a toilet and shower there. We've got the racking over here. We've got a place to put our weapons and our tools over here. And a nice little view out the window. If we come in here, as you can see, we've got this lovely big open space. We've got a food processor over here, ready to cater to our culinary needs and delights. Which is actually something I need to look more into because I need more kelp fast. Out here, which is a new area, I've got an area ready for a hangar. I was going to have like a ramp that goes down so I could drive the respawn pod onto this lovely vessel, but I decided against it, and I'll get to that in a minute. And up here, we've got a greenhouse area waiting to be tested once we have got things like air vents and a sealed area available to us. Okay, so what I was intending, like I said, was the respawn pod, you know, that's sitting up there. I was intending to have that drive up a ramp onto this platform and basically park against what will eventually be the back wall. But then I realised to my horror that the planets rarely have a flat surface to make a nice platform, despite trying to copy what Splitsy had done in one of his earlier videos from about 5 years ago, I think it was. Anyway, yeah, it just didn't work out for me. So, you know, I thought, okay, so what am I missing? What am I doing wrong? Come on, Arky, you know what you're doing. Get your head in the game. And at the point where I was virtually about to put my head through the actual screen because I was getting so annoyed, I realised, why don't I have a flyer yet? Because like that one there, yeah, it's easier to get to, and I think, yeah, we're going to go and grab that whilst we have the opportunity. But why in God's name don't I have a flyer? I mean, that's the way around it. I mean, I'm sure we can figure out something we can do with the, you know, yeah, with the respawn pod. Not to mention another idea that has just crossed my mind. Something that would also work, but it will take a little bit of time to actually set up. But I believe would actually be a good idea. Then we can have both. Now, where is it? There it is. Thank you. Nothing special in there. Now, where is your... Aha. Nope. Not aha. So if we take that out, we can get to the aha. Which is a plushie and some steel plate. Okay. That's cool. I'm happy with that. I don't mind. Because it's iron. I'd spent ages on this game, you know, basically trying to figure out some of this stuff that I wanted to do. I went and created a silicon mine to be able to get a silicon because I needed that for the greenhouse. Yeah, there was a number of odds and sods that I planned to do. However, it all got changed. But what I am thinking of doing now is something rather cool. I've got two plans. And I think I'm going to start with the... I want to use the word the simpler of the two, but where is the ramp? I can't find the ramp. There's the ramp. That's why I couldn't find the ramp. Because it's as dark as can be. Yeah, there we Okay. Right. Yeah, put that on charge. Come out of there. Just get up here. Right. Okay. So what I'm thinking is this. Right? Yeah, that could means having a bulbous section over the top of this, but actually, yeah, let's try and work this out from first principles. How would I do this? I was thinking about like having an arm extend out with a magnet, pick it up, bring it up on board. I mean intrinsically that could work. But then it sort of messes with the flow slightly. But at the same time then, do I really need to keep it all flat? I mean, wouldn't that just look boring? So, So how do we do this? How do we do this? Okay. Let's start with getting some measurements. I'm going to say that's what? 2 units high? Yeah, we'll say 2 units high. Okay, we get back here. Okay, so if our rover is 2 units high, and we have what am I thinking? Yeah, okay, I've got an idea. This is what I'm thinking. We could actually, with a lot of the stuff that's been going on within the last 3 DLCs, maybe 4, they've actually included a way of being able to step down to small grid stuff. So that I think that's the way we're going to go. Yo, step down to small grid. We could have. Oh yeah, this could work. Okay, but how are we going to do that? I think let's build this wall in. Because, oops. Dropping too many bits. Sort of rushing a bit. I don't know why I'm rushing. Let's say for argument's sake that we have an inset connector yeah, we're going to have the inset connector down on the floor, which does mean we're going to have to lower the suspension, which isn't too much of a problem. Okay, if we do that and then have where's the one I'm looking for? That one there. That like that. No. No. Because we need to do some funky stuff here. Okay, so if I do that, so it basically goes left here. Then what we could then do is have a block there. Come back down with a hinge we can have there. We're going to have the hinge lock on naturally. Okay. Then what we can then do, we take out that one there and add in a medium head. That will then allow us to step down to small grip. So that we can then, let's just do this. Get rid of some of this stuff that we got from the right. Then we can grab all the parts that we need. Now all of this bit here with the medium head, I only just remembered that when I was messing around trying to sort out that door. With that ramp, I mean. So, without further ado, let's get the parts that we need. Okay, so we need pistons, we need magnets. Yeah, I think that's about all we need. Okay, so start off with our pistons. We're going to need some various parts for this. Okay, let's put that away. Let's grab 100 units of that. We'll grab another 40 units of that. We'll grab 50 units of that. And 50 units of that. Wrong room. And then we can then add on our pistons. I'm going to add it in roughly around center, because then that means we can then add other stuff around it to actually make it look cool, look awesome. Right. Now these only go 5 meters, but I'm just wondering how far we really need to go with them all extended. So I think I'm gonna have to. Can I get on board them? Yes, thank you. Right, let's get in here. Right, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Get the piston. Yeah, we've got 4 of them. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep on building them out until yeah, and extending them out until we can figure out where we need to be. I think it's the large steel tubes I'm having problems actually with in the main. Alright. Okay, sorry, excuse the cough, guys. Oh, yeah, and if you guys are new to the channel, do remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, and leave us that nice comment below. Okay. Still missing a few bits. There we go. All parts successfully grabbed. He says running into a door. Right, I think there's that one there. And that one there. Okay. So we've got those two done. I'm just going to use a terminal in here. Oops. Pistons. We're going to grab those 4 and we're going to go. Oh, actually, that does look good. That looks kind of close to what I had in mind. Because even if we can just grab the back end of it and we can just like lift it up, put it in, yeah, fantastic. That'd be grand. I love this idea. Okay, so far so good. You know, I think we're cooking with gas here. So maybe 2 more. Then we'll have a small hinge. Thank you. Not a bleeding massive one. Okay. Now the hinge is basically just that we can get the rotation part. I mean, I could put in a block, but I just thought hinge would look better. You know, just give it some aesthetic. You know, I mean, you know, I'm trying to make something that I can live with, be happy with, and all that sort of stuff. You know me. I like the aesthetic. I like all the always forget the name of the word. The grimble, the grumble, the oojimy flipple. You guys know what I mean. All the detail work. I love detail. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, there is a point where with all video games you have to sacrifice a little bit of the detail for the actual functionality. And that is the bit where I often struggle with. And I do mean struggle with it. Because like there's some bits that I want to add and it's like the game goes, no, you can't have this. You know, because of the fact that it exceeds your limit or your this, that or the other, and it's like, yeah, come on, get lost. Okay, so with this, no, not that one first. I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to go dunk, and then I'm going to go dunk, and then with this, I'm going to go. Lower limit is going to be 0 if I ever decide to do that. Let's go 1. Actually, let's speed up a bit. I'm a bit impatient at the moment. Probably because I'm about 1,000 feet off the floor. Okay, so looking good so far. Now the obvious question is what's going to happen when I put it all back in? Where is it going to sit? And that is a incredibly good question, because there is a point where it's like, where are we? Okay. Ooh, me likey. I think we've got an opportunity here. I think we've got something that's going to possibly work. As long as we can get the front wheels on the at least the doors, we can then back on and then back up. And then we should be fine. What I'd probably do is, once it's on, probably drop that down with the magnetic head to keep it all in place, so the bigger rover will hold the smaller rover in place. Now I am going to also build a flyer as well, possibly in this episode, if I can actually get this done. So without further ado, let's continue. Okay, so we have got that. So why are you not allowing me to place this? That could be a problem. Because I probably need that depth. Okay, maybe that idea I had, but not 100% foolproof. Okay, let's think. What can I do here? I could, if I had it on a rotor, so that what happens is when it comes up, it rotates up and out of the way. No, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. That is the stupidest idea. No, that wouldn't work. Unless I go back to having that external ramp with an external lifting arm that could then lift the rover up and on. I was hoping though to keep it all internal. Although mind you, saying that the range was pretty good. Maybe we could work with this. I'm gonna try it. Now, for all argument's sake, this could go either very good or incredibly wrong. Alright.
Energy low.
Okay. Energy low, so okay, we'll do that. We can also then grab the rover and bring it round. Missed the door, but mile. Okay. Now, the only thing about all of this is I'm going to have to get my angle of angle about right. So, this is where this could have been even better if I had actually decided to light the area. So I'm going to say, judging from this, I'm going to say the second set of lights is my marker. So say around about there. Give or take. Okay, so probably could do with moving the rover back a bit. So the third one should reach. Actually, let's get... No, this is the only problem. Ah, I moved my camera. I hit the wrong button. I hit F7 instead of F6. Okay, so yeah, I think I could. I think I can work with this. He says, hopefully. Okay. Whoa, bending like the proverbial banana. Okay, this could... Actually, I'm going to save this verse because this could end up with that being in orbit. Okay, so... I'm going to start with the hinges. Just grab those two. Didn't sound like anything had happened, so okay. Now this is the bit where it could end up in orbit, or things could go right. Yeah. This is why you save your game, people, because weird stuff like that could happen. Okay. Whoops. Okay. I think what I should have done was slowly added in the... Well, actually, one of the things I should have done was put on the hinge lock. On the second hinge, I think one by one add in the inertial tensors, because that was just wow. Okay, yeah. I tell you what, I really want that shuttle. I want to take it apart and examine it. I'm gonna have to try and find that in the mods. Yeah, and just put it in like a what do you call it? Creative map, and just like look at it. You know. I think one of these days I'm gonna have to do a creative map just to sort of explore some of this stuff. Oh, come on. I haven't done that much in the game. I mean, I only built a like a small ass carrier. Yeah, wheeled carrier. It's not even finished yet. Okay, so having learnt from my mistakes, first of all, let's go hinge lock, share lock. Hinge lock, share inertia tensor. Right, now pistons. It's dancing, it's dancing! Right. Where's that mag plate before it destroys something? Whoops. But I like how they've done this, actually. Now I've seen this. Oh, wow, that's good. That's a good idea. Oh, that is a neat trick. That really is neat. Okay. In terms, though, of the rover, never fear. They've given us a way out. Using the gyroscope override. You just got to get the right time to turn it off. Otherwise, you can end up on your roof again. Okay. Well, that was indeed fun. Okay, so now that we're the right way up and all that, and we don't have all that attached, let's try this again. Right, I think this is starting to work, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this like manually, if I can find the right one. Okay, show initiative tensor. Okay, that's all locked and rigid. I think for this though, I might actually like put in like a control station or something on this all. So auto lock, use for parking, so yeah, you got everything all lovely jubbly there. Okay, and okay, that's grabbed. Just want to check something over here. What are we on? Because that needs to be like 0. There we go. Okay. Now reverse these. Oh no, that is gonna catch. I'm sure of it. Do this one at a time just to try and get this right. Yeah, because if I take that maybe 2 units up, I could probably actually make it so that this could have a upper limit of, say, 10 degrees. Probably 5 degrees would be enough. Oh! Okay, let's keep on retracting these. Get this in. I think that's far enough in that if we were to undo the mag plate, so I'm going to take off that one, take that off, and yeah, we go auto lock on, and then we just go like that. There we go. Now I'm going to take off the auto lock as well. Okay, so we're in. So then we lower the suspension. We can then back on. To where would be our dock. I mean, it's not a perfect situation, but hey, it works. I mean, I think about the only thing I could probably do better, but I'm not sure why this is flexing like crazy at the moment. Probably the only thing that could be better would actually be if I could actually have that connector maybe halfway up the wall there. But beggars can't be choosers. We've got the sorry, cables catching on my chair. We've got the 36-minute mark. We've got this in. All we need to do now, connect this up. So let's grab our parts and build it in. All we have to do is just get power to it. That's all I'm interested in at the moment. Yeah, just power. That switch locked. That's got power going in it. Actually, if I put it on charge, that might also help. There we go. Job done. So now we can just take it out, drop it down. Boom. Bob's our uncle. Yeah? We got a system in place. It's not the most prettiest of systems, but it works. Now, I could arguably add in maybe a hinge on there to be able to get this so that it's level-ish and bringing it in. But what I could actually argue is I could actually... Actually, no, I've got an idea. Let's open and close there. Let's close that door for a minute. I'm going to try something here. Hinge lock on and off. Let's go reverse. And we'll go hinge lock off, and we'll also go reverse. So we could, when it's in bay, we could actually do that. Not bad. I'm kind of liking this idea. Yeah, not bad at all. Considering we're going to be traveling around, moving to various places, we've got to have a way of being able to carry our stuff. And we've got more room than I anticipated by a block, which is great because I love actually the fact we've got all this walkway room, which I want to keep. So let's see. I'm gonna just change the color of this section for now because I want that as a marker. Yeah, this section here we do not cross. Actually, even better idea, let's use the... No! No, 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 no! Thank God for that. Whew. Okay, let's use yellow. We use the hazard armor. There we go. That works even better. Actually, I like that because it then shows us a clear delineation before the door, the vehicle, all of that. Great. I'm loving that. Cool. Okay. I am going to put a door in there eventually. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm going to need to put in a command center for this somewhere. So maybe actually... yeah, because if we had maybe like the industrial thing hanging over the edge, so we can see out this way, see what we're doing, and then also be able to drop the vehicle down. I think that's going to be a good idea. So, yeah, I'm going to get to that eventually. But I think for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a moment out of all of that sort of carnage, because I've been doing this for such a long time. And, okay. Oh, I do like the new landing gear. That does look kind of swish and compact, and actually does the job that I really need it for. Okay, so skins. Okay, I think therefore I am. I'm pink, therefore I'm spam. I'm going to continue on with our woodland camo. Now it's saying I need some steel plate, so I'm not going to argue with it. I'm actually going to go get what I need, and actually, so I can actually start building a flyer, because that is our next major port of call. Okay, and also I'm going to put some things away as well. In this cupboard, put that away. In the big cargo container, I'm going to put the credits for now. And in here, I'm going to put the empty bottle. No, I'm not. I'm going to put the empty bottle in the hydrogen tank. I'm going to grab the spare. They're reasonably full. I'm going to grab them too. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to grab, what, 100 of those. 50 of those. About 50 of those. 10 of those. I don't really think I need them, but we'll get them anyway. Because we need a flyer. Yeah, by the end of the night. Fudge. One of these days, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this and not fall off the edge. Okay, let's bring that a bit closer so that we've got room to build some, maybe somewhere around about there. Alright, yeah, actually, yeah, that works. That works. I could work with this. Literally, as well as figuratively. Okay, let's get this its motor, because I really need that to hold that in place. So we'll grab, what, 10 of them. Boom. Okay. Oh. See what I mean? I kicked it and it moved about a foot. Oh God. Oh God. That was a terrible pun. Right, okay. That's... God, what did I do? What did I do? Lord help me. That really was the worst pun ever. Okay, let's get the battery in. We need to start from somewhere, so the battery is a good idea. We'll add in the other foot when we get that far. Lord God help me. I really did say that, didn't I? Oh well. Right, so basically what I want is like a narrow, not narrow actually, it's not intrinsically, I don't need it narrow. I just need it snub. Yeah? For now. Okay. Got a load of kit on me. Unlike the previous one, I've halved the amount of personal inventory space I can carry. More as a personal challenge more than anything else, I think you could say. But I do need to figure out a way of actually being able to grab stuff. But more easily, other than going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Which in essence is why I'm building this, because what I want to also do with this particular rig that I'm now building is I also want to have it that it's got cargo space on it for being able to carry to a vendor. I also want it to also have 2 ports on it, either side of the cockpit, to be able to support any utility that we require, whatever that might be. Right. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to have to do it back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for that. Right, so we've got what looks more like a walker than anything else, just missing a foot. Okay, so what we need now is cockpit, gyroscope, we'll have some standard atmospheric engines on this one. Considering also that we don't have gold yet. Batteries wise, yeah, I want to add in a couple more because I want to be able to go places, and then I think should have made sure that was in line. Sometimes I do wish that we had the functionality of creative mode that we could then utilise alongside what we're doing. Okay. I'm going to put that there. And I think command and control wise, I don't really want anything too like out there or or bizarre. I do like that though. Maybe having sort of this hunchback of idea might work. Because what I'm thinking is if we then go like maybe something like yeah, because I could do something like that along with this block. And then I can just, if I then 7, there we go. I can then add in something like that, or even better, actually thinking about a lot of the recent events and all that, like things like oxygen tanks, hydrogen tanks now, they've got a really nice small grid variant. We saw that with the yeah, because we could then do something like that. Oh, perfect. And then taking that out. Oops, wrong one. And have that in there. And then water detector. More like a fight control sort of ideology going on there. All that can go in like that. So that takes care of most of our basic systems. Yeah, I do need to sort that out. Even how it lands and all that. I'll get to that in a bit. Because eventually I do want to add in sort of like tools, but what I want to do is I want to have it so that I can just grind down the old tool, put in the new tool, and basically just change it as and when I need it. Gonna need a connector on the back, and then yeah, what we can then do is something as simple as put in a couple of bits like that, and then all we can then do is just stick the tools on the end as and when we need them. Failing that, we can block it off and then basically just have a flyer. Okay, I think that's the basic features done. I'm sort of thinking about that unknown signal. Don't think I'll be able to get that one. Okay. Right, now, in terms of thrusters, how are we going to do this? I'm thinking along the lines. Yeah. Or maybe 2 of these, like one there, one there. We'll have to sort out something to do with this landing gear though. Right, that should, in theory, give me access to that. There we go. And what we can then do what it was doing there. Where's the sci-fi variant? Yeah, because sci-fi variant I could. It won't let me hang it from there. But I wonder if I was to be added in maybe something like this as an offering to hold this up. And then we can do the same on the other side. There we go. Right, so that's down sorted out and left right. Now all we need to do is sort out forward and back. And for that, what am I thinking? I don't want too much power on the back thrust. And where am I going to put it as well? In terms of slowing thrusters, I can't get them in there. So hiding them like this might be the best idea. Right. Wondering whether these round ones are the right idea. I'm thinking now maybe the sci-fi variant might be better in this instance, because what I can then do is I can then mount maybe a pair on like this, or even 3. But another idea I've got is doing something like this also using our scaffold blocks to make it look interesting. Excuse me. And then we can then have then mounted like that. Does mean we're going to have to move the connector forward a bit, but I think that is going to be a nice little featurette that we can then utilise. So let's finish that off. Blimey, that's the cargo bun. Didn't mean to do that. So yeah, we'll get a frame in there. We'll get the cargo connector on there. And they're all the same at the same level. Means I might burn a hole in the wall from time to time, but okay, so we've got the framework now for what I can only imagine is going to be an interesting looking ship. I'm going to go away, I'm going to build all this up, and from there we can then figure out what we're going to do, what we need to upgrade, how we need to upgrade it, etc., and come up with a finished design that we can then park in this bay. Alright guys, well thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you next time on Arcangulus Gaming. Keep it real, and I'll see you then.